Last time on Buffy the Ant. Buffy was a talking ant who dreamed of becoming a bodybuilder. Together with his pet buffalo, Binky, he trained to defeat his rival, Buffier. Little did he know, Buffier was buying steroids from the local drug dealer. After an intense confrontation, Buffier sprayed Binky with buffalocide, killing him. Buffier's muscles swelled faster than the speed of light, rupturing the space-time continuum and creating a fiery inferno of death that erased Buffy's friends and would soon consume all of reality. As the fiery inferno of death was erasing truth forever, a ghostly apparition appeared, revealing that it had been his plan all along to ruin the fairy tale and take away the moral. Before disappearing, the figure told Buffy that his fairy tale wasn't the only one he planned on destroying. Buffy drifted through the nothingness until he was rescued by a starcraft that had survived. The fiery inferno of Death Star, as it was called, was on a mission to save reality. Buffy was sent back in time to stop the fiery inferno of death from ever happening in the first place. With the help of the omniscient llamas, Buffy escaped to La La Land where he encountered a mysterious foe. It turns out, the local drug dealer and the ghostly figure were the same person, a diabolical mastermind hell-bent on wreaking havoc in fairy tales. The man's name was Rumpelstiltskin. The crew of the fiery inferno of death arrived just in time to fight this new menace. Buffy managed to create a new fiery inferno of death that swallowed up the old inferno, causing it to never exist. As a result, the timeline was reverted to where it had been before the fiery inferno of death was released. Buffy defeated Buffier and managed to bring Binky back to life. Buffier was sent to prison for his crimes. However, Rumpelstiltskin was still on the loose, and he had two other fairy tales he wanted to ruin. First, there was the tale of Chuggy the Squirrel, a talking squirrel with a sweet tooth. Then there was a tale of a king named King, who discovered dihydrogen monoxide in order to stop death from stealing people. But Rumpelstiltskin had an ace up his sleeve. Will Rumpelstiltskin succeed in his master plan to destroy the fairy tales? Find out in Buffy the Ant, A War Among Worlds.
How's my favorite ant doing? What are you doing here? You've brought me enough trouble as it is. I just thought that since you're stuck here, and I need a little help, that I could offer my assistance. Take it if you want it. It's your choice. Serve a life sentence, or be part of my army, a free man. Hello, Chucky. Don't you dare touch my treat, Bucky. If you touch my treat, bad things will happen. Very bad things. You can't stop us. When the groundhogs come out of their dens, it'll all be over.
This is Arthur Heimschweckel with a special news bulletin from Antopolis News. There has been an outbreak in the maximum security prison. This ant is about 5'7", responds to the name of Buffier, and has really huge muscles. If you spot this ant, please call our local hotline at 555notarealnumber.com. Once again, 555notarealnumber.net. One last time, that's 555notarealnumber.org. Please call.
Oh no! Buffier's escaped. That means he's probably gonna come after me. Okay, Binky. Don't freak out. But when I brought you back to life, I may have given you some self-defense abilities.
You what?
I said don't freak out! Anyway, when I brought you back to life, I knew you wouldn't return to life unless I gave you some upgrades. So in other words, you're the world's first cyborg buffalo.
I'm a what?
Don't think of it that way. Think of it as
Binky 2.0.
So you brought me back to life 3 months ago and didn't tell me anything about this?
Don't worry, Binky. Most people would be happy hearing this news because since you're a cyborg, I can teach you cool new attacks. Can and did. Just close your eyes tightly for 3 seconds and then open them. You'll see what I mean. Now blink to stop. Listen closely, Binky. That beam can cut through any material except for gold.
This is crazy. I must be dreaming.
Nope, it's all real. Now let's get back to business. I gave you 2 more abilities.
Fine.
Now, flex those buffalo pectorals. To retrieve the hook, suck at your stomach. Now this last one is my personal favorite.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Relax, I'm actually good at this. Do you not remember surviving the last 2? Press your shoulder blades forward, then lean back.
This is awesome.
I told you so. Operation Groundhog.
Little is known about Operation Groundhog. An old enemy of mine threatened to take over my kingdom through Operation Groundhog. However, he vanished out of thin air before we could capture him. Although presumed to be dead, Rumors of Rumpelstiltskin's return are circulating. Although I do not know whether these rumors are true, I do know that if Rumpelstiltskin is indeed alive, it means danger for all of us. He is extremely cunning and not to be underestimated. He will do anything for power, and if he can't have control over my kingdom, you can be sure that he won't let anyone else have it either. But the way things stand now, I do not have the manpower to spare further investigation of Operation Groundhog. I am in desperate need to sort out this mess and restore order to my kingdom. King.
I have to go talk to this king character. Nobody, and I mean nobody, steals my treats and gets away with it.
Listen up, Binky. Even though these abilities are fun and cool, I did give them to you for a purpose. Do you remember Rumpelstiltskin?
Oh, you mean that fake character you made up who has magical powers and tried to make you never exist?
Yeah, that's the one. Well, I've been doing some research on wiki villains, and I found this quote. Here, have a look at this. But what I don't understand is that this kingdom is on a strange planet named Earth.
Exactly, Buffy. It's all made up. People can post anything on these sites. There is no Earth, there is no kingdom, and there is no Rumpelstiltskin. Just get it out of your head.
Maybe if I ask the llamas.
No, Buffy. There are no such things as llamas.
You call?
Binky, wake up.
What happened?
You fainted when you saw the llama.
But how? What? If this is real, then that means the evil dude is real too, and we're all gonna die.
Well, everything except for the last part is true. We have to get moving. We've got to stop whatever he's up to. What do you know of a planet called Earth?
Oh, Earth. It's a planet just like yours with life and everything. Except humans rule the world, not ants.
How come I've never heard of this world before?
No. Up until this point, no world has known of the existence of the other, because they're both on opposite sides of the sun. There's no way to find out, because humans no longer go into space, and all of their satellites only orbit around their planet. Why do you want to go there?
There's this man that we need to ask a couple questions.
Oh, okay. It's the third door on your right. Actually, Buffy, little do you know, you were on Earth when you arrived in Lava Land.
Wait a minute. When I said that paradox, that made the entire timeline not exist. How do you know about it?
Silly Buffy, haven't you heard? The llamas know all. Hey, do you know where I can find the king?
No, but we're looking for him too. Let's look together.
Sure.
So, why are you here?
Oh, this guy stole my treats and I need some information on him. Why are you here?
It's a long story. We've got some questions to ask the king.
Can anyone tell me why there is a squirrel and a human-sized ant in the throne room?
Sire, the squirrel is from an enchanted forest, and the ant says he's from another world where ants rule. They say they've got something important to tell you.
Okay, chaps, what's the problem?
What can you tell me about Operation Groundhog?
Death, would you stop stealing people?
Finally, people with more information. Guards, close all windows and doors. This is a top-secret conversation.
Okay, so obviously you both know something about Operation Groundhog. Tell me what you know. How about you, Ant? You go first.
My name is Buffy, not Ant. Anyway, it all started when Rumpelstiltskin tried to make me never exist by creating a fiery inferno of death. He says that he was responsible for all the bad things that happened to me. I figure that means he wants me dead, but why?
If I were to guess, I'd say that he thinks you're the only person in the way of Operation Groundhog, so he'll do anything to make sure that you're out of the picture. Okay, Squirrel, you're up.
It's Chucky the squirrel. I was just sitting in my tree when my enemy, Bucky, stole my treats. He said something about it all being over when the groundhogs came out of their dens. But then, he injected this vile substance into his arm. It gave him enormous strength. Then he pushed me over and made his getaway.
He must have been using steroids.
What?
Steroids. Back at our world, there's this ant who had been injecting himself with these to grow stronger. But it gave him major anger issues, and he was locked up in the maximum security prison. The other day, though, he broke out. I've got no doubt that these two are working together with Rumpelstiltskin. It just can't be a coincidence. The question is, why? I've got a lab at home, and if you let me take the syringe there, I can go see if there's anyone else other than Bucky's fingerprints on it. If there is, then that proves that they're working together.
Great. You go check that while we look for signs of Rumpelstiltskin's return.
Be back soon.
Oh, hello, King. Remember me?
Here, run this through the fingerprint scanner.
Yes, I found traces of Rumpelstiltskin's fingerprints on the syringe. This proves that they're working together.
That's strange. I didn't know that steroids were radioactive.
Wait a minute, let me see something.
How strange. Must be a glitch. I'll have to check the wiring inside the machine.
But what if it's not a glitch? What if this machine is really detecting radioactive content in the area?
But if whatever is releasing the radiation is sending a strong enough signal to be detected by our machines, wouldn't someone else have sensed it? I mean, either the machine is malfunctioning, or we're sensing an army of highly radioactive mutant rodents buried 5,000 feet underground.
That's it! An army of radioactive rodents!
What?
Do you remember what Bucky said before he escaped?
He said that it was too late to stop Operation Groundhog, that when the groundhogs come out of their dens, it'll all be over.
And King said that Rumpelstiltskin will do anything for power, and if he can't have control over the kingdom, you can be sure that he won't let anyone else have it either. Don't you see? Rumpelstiltskin wanted control over the kingdom, but when he realized that no one would let him, he wanted to make sure that King doesn't get to rule it either. Chucky's rival wasn't talking about real groundhogs. He was talking about underground explosives. And when these groundhogs come out on February 2nd, it'll all be over, and the entire kingdom will be destroyed.
We've got to warn the king!
Ah! Hey, you over there! What happened here?
Rumpelstiltskin and his goons attacked the kingdom. We believe the king was in on it. He's been replaced and thrown in jail.
What are we going to do now? We have to tell King about Rumpelstiltskin's plan.
I guess we've got no choice but to break him out of jail. You do know that I'm still here, right?
So, we got thrown in jail. That's thing.
Hello there. You must be the old king I've been hearing so much about. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the new king, Baron Buttface. I'll be making your lives a living fiery inferno of death. I have with me here this mouth-watering treat straight from my pantry. You want some? Sure, you can have some. Just kidding. You can't.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, touches my teeth! Quick, to the forest!
Okay, so no one will believe us about Rumpelstiltskin, and there are bombs all over the world that we would have to dig out and disarm one by one by tomorrow. What are we going to do?
Whoa! If you stop hitting that tree, I will give you any wish!
Sure, disarm all of Rumpelstiltskin's nuclear bombs.
Sorry, I can't do that. That would count as tens of thousands of wishers, one for each bomb.
Okay, how about this? Can I have 1,000,000 more wishes?
I'm actually not sure. I'm new to this job. I'm gonna have to ask my manager. I'll get back in touch with you in about a couple of weeks.
I don't have that much time. Can I get Groundhog's Day to come late this year?
Well, actually, a couple of months ago, someone wished that Groundhog's Day would come on time this year. Granting that wish would violate our consumer service policies.
Who would wish that?
A Pennsylvanian.
Well then what can you do?
I can give you a banana.
I don't need a banana. I need you to tell me how to stop Operation Groundhog.
Why did you say so? In order to detonate the bombs, Rumpelstiltskin needs to send out a signal from his secret hideout on the North Pole that arms the bombs. They can simultaneously blow them up. If you can destroy the signal, then Rumpelstiltskin can't blow up the nuclear bombs. There's a secret code that causes the machine to self-destruct. If you can get into Rumpelstiltskin's lair, then you should be able to hack into his mainframe computer and find the self-destruct code. However, if the machine sends out a detonating signal, also has another purpose. I would tell you, but you've already used up your wish.
I guess that's fine. At least we know how to disarm the bombs. How are we supposed to get in? The door is fingerprint locked. Maybe if we take a slip of gel silicone and press it against the sensor, it'll use the fingerprint from the last person who used it.
Alternatively, I could throw this Peggy bomb at the door.
Where'd you get that? Oh, just on the online black market at www.onlineblackmarket.edu. Alright team, everyone search for the computer. Can you spot the computer?
It's right behind you, genius.
Geez, you don't have to be so rude about it. I was just asking a question.
I managed to break in and get to the mainframe of the computer.
We'll buy you some time. Chucky, Binky, come with me.
Buffy, hurry!
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
Don't you guys ever give up? You can't win. My plan is going perfectly. You guys think I'm going to set off nuclear bombs to destroy the city, right? Wrong! Those were decoys, and you fell for them. All they did was give off radiation. You see, I learned a long time ago that taking over something won't work. People will revolt. I have to make my own kingdom. One that's only my followers. And that's what I'm going to do. I found the perfect planet a few light years away. The only problem is, it's too far away from the sun. So you were right about the bombs, but they're not on Earth. They're all on satellites orbiting around the sun.
So tonight, when the satellites are all in perfect position,
You'll make the sun implode.
Precisely.
You're madmen! We'll all die!
correction, you'll all die. I have a spaceship nearby that me and my followers can use to go and start a new civilization, and the only one that can stop me is you. But not for long. You'll all meet your ends soon enough. I have plans for each and every one of you. King, you are going to be killed by your own servants. Chucky, you are going to get killed by your nemesis Bucky. Buffy, I'll leave what happens to you to Buffier. And Binky, I get the honors of spraying you with buffalo side. I killed you once, now I get to do it again. Anyways, let's get on with it. Please don't do this. We need to stop Rumpelstiltskin. Don't you see? He's not sane. His plan isn't going to help anyone but himself. It's mass murder.
Quiet. If you struggle, it will only make things worse.
No, Buffier. If I don't struggle, I die. And if I die, Rumpelstiltskin blows up the sun. And if he does that, then billions of people will die. Then you and the rest of his followers will be stuck on that planet with him. Is that what you want?
What I want is for you to stop squirming.
I'm not gonna kill you. What? Why? I never wanted it to go this far. It all started back in the day when I first met you. You were so strong and popular that I just wanted to be like you. I trained to gain some muscle, but I still couldn't lift 50 pounds. That's when this ant came up to me, or at least I thought it was an ant at the time. He offered me some steroids, telling me that it was the only way that I could ever be as close to being as strong as you were. However, the steroids made me angry, as if I hated everything. That day you confronted me, the day I killed Binky, I didn't want to hurt any of you. I felt a presence inside me, as if someone was forcing me to do it. I was the prisoner in my own body. The next thing I remembered, after that, I was walking up in jail. Rumpelstiltskin broke me out. I needed him to. I was put away from life. I had no other choice. But he gave me steroids. I felt that feeling again, of
anger and hatred. That's when I figured out he was the ant who originally stole me steroids. I ran and ran until Rumpelstiltskin teleported me here. He told me about the fiery inferno of death, and how he was also the ghostly figure that you spotted along the way. He explained his plans to me, but who was I to complain? I had no means of escape, and if I didn't follow him blindly, I would be dead. But now you're here. You have a chance to take him down. I've been playing Rumpelstiltskin this whole time. I made sure that the electric chair was in this room because there are air vents that lead out of here and go through the whole complex.
Get in.
You don't have much time. They'll come for me if they find out I didn't kill you. Please hurry!
I have waited so long for this moment.
I've gotta do something. If there only was just a way in.
Thanks for dropping in.
No time for jokes. Let's go.
Back! Back! Get back or I'll shoot! Thanks.
No problem. But what exactly did I do?
You froze them. They can't move.
Oh, well that's good. Now they won't tell anyone that we escaped. We need to go. I rescued Chucky already, but we need to get Binky before it's too late. Shh! Everyone be quiet. We don't want to give away our position until completely necessary.
You! How are you not dead? Never mind. If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to get going. No one moves or this buffalo gets it.
You're not going to get away with this.
Oh, but I think I will.
I spent an entire movie trying to find Binky. I'm not gonna lose him again.
So, what do we do now?
We stay here and hope we don't die.
Okay.
Have you seen Rumpelstiltskin's spaceship? Thanks.
Sorry, we were given direct orders from the boss not to let you in.
What? What do you mean? I'm his henchman.
Something about how he sees everything. Man, you really must have made him mad. Anyway, it's time to leave.
Oh yeah? Let's see if he truly sees everything. Why, you little... Look at what you've done! I've had enough
Fuck you.
You know what? Let's make this interesting. I can levitate, can't you? That's it. That's the ship. Enough! What did you do to me? Why can't I move? I froze you. You know, like you did to my people. You get to watch as everyone you love and cherish is destroyed. But first, say goodbye to Binky. No! What are you doing? You're my accomplice. Not anymore. I've lived my whole life under someone else's shadow. First it was Buffy, then it was you. And you know what kept me from standing up for myself while you were trampling over everything I believed in? It was fear. I was afraid. Afraid of what people would think of me. Afraid of what you would do to me. Well, that ends now. I'm not afraid of you, Rumpelstiltskin, because you can torture me and you can kill me, but you can't take away what matters most, my friends. And that's how I know that we will defeat you today. We will defeat you because while you have an army, I have my friends. No! Get me the reverse gravity ray. It's the big device on the ceiling. It will pull the black hole apart, effectively canceling out the effects of the atomic bombs. What are we gonna do? I have an idea. It might be a long shot, but what if Binky flies to the side of the ship and uses his grappling hook and wings to lift us up? Can you do that, Binky?
It's worth a try. Wish me luck.
Strap in. When Binky latches on, we're not gonna be right side up.
It's not working. We need to lose some weight.
Don't even think about it. You're just gonna have to try harder. There's nothing in here that we can throw out. I believe in you, Binky. I know what you're thinking. Yes, we survived. After that, the police came and we had to tell them the whole thing. They wouldn't have believed us if not for the flying saucers laying all over the ground. So what happened next? Buffier and I opened up Buffy's Gym. Binky soon met Binkette and they had 3 children, Bink-Eye, Bink-Yay, and Steve. Chucky went back to the forest and ate some treats. King overthrew Baron Buttface and got his kingdom back. The fairy law mother got to keep her banana. The llamas still know all. Rumpelstiltskin's surviving followers went to jail. Bucky got arrested and is now in Buffier's old cell. And as for Rumpelstiltskin, he was never heard from again. And thus, however long they've been stretched out, all great stories must come to an end. This is my story. The story of loss and courage. The story of Buffy the Ant.